This is April Schulthies, using the computer to generate this message. Genocide is very real today. Native Americans suffered a genocide, largely not recognized as such. Let me briefly explain my journey to speaking out for Native American rights. I was raised Mormon, with nothing but a general understanding that I should live the Golden Rule and keep God's commandments. I was told Israel had been scattered, that most people were of Israel, and that Native Americans were specifically of the tribe of Manasseh. As an adult, I joined non-denominational Christian ministries. Those ministries acknowledged Christians as of Israel, and, in fact, the ministry I was involved in the most was very positive about Hebrew traditions. In trying to fight off a black occultist, I began using Hebrew and the Star of David with scripture, but the black occultists got help from one big group after another, and the attacks grew worse. One brother was already dead, and then another. My dogs were poisoned, I was persecuted at work, and utterly destroyed. In the process of trying to warn people about what happened to me, I began to tell people about psychic self-defense, and I spoke out about genocide against Jews and African Americans. Eventually I included Native Americans, and even Muslims, in the list. My focus became more and more on the Native American genocide, which happened right here in California. In fact, I'm from the Great Eagle area. All kinds of groups show up to oppose me, hostile and bigoted, very cruel, determined attacks were launched on me. My YouTube channels were blocked in numerous ways. My power was even cut, and that recently, more than once. Then I found out several of my channels that listed my name in the title had been completely blocked, entirely, so that no one could see them, and I had no access myself. I appealed, and some of the channels are now active again. I noticed that the last thing I posted on a number of them was a prayer to Allah for the restoration of Native America. Could this be an intentional attack on my religious beliefs? First, that Native America is of Israel, and now, that Muslims are also of Israel. I've read the Quran, and it states Muslims are children of Israel. I love the scripture in the Quran. In fact, I really love the Quran, although it's quite short, actually, and I wish there were more of it. Am I being shut up because I don't actually belong to any recognized religious group, but I respect people who try to obey God. I'm just one person. I respect God's righteous ways, and I've been threatened repeatedly because I'm all alone, and don't belong to any group. Big groups want to shut me down, and they are. This is April Schulthies. I have been put in the slave class, and called a mutt. If you have been poor all your life, they'll keep you poor, and blame you for it, and they label you a subhuman, a slave. These are big groups with big power. They will even say you're not of Israel, so they can make merchandise of you, and they will even call you vermin. But God says all who hear his voice are Israel. Humans don't determine that. God does. I believe in one righteous God, and that we have only one God. No one owns God. God recognizes all of us as his children. This is Rome, and Rome is supported by secret societies, and their secret is hypnosis. Rome practices genocide and calls it population control. Jews, Africans, Muslims, Native Americans, Mexicans and many more have been subjected to genocide. We are still dealing with Rome today. Herod and Rome. Fight back. Use psychic self-defense. Do not have sex. Do not eat meat. Read the Bible. Respect all life. The scriptures say, Then the king said to Haman, Make haste, let nothing fail of all that thou hast spoken. Then Haman the Agagite took the apparel and the horse, and arrayed Mordecai, and brought him on horseback through the street of the city, and proclaimed before him, Thus shall it be done unto the man whom the king delighteth to honor. Give increase to the virtuous. And Mordecai came again to the king's judgment gate,